My first guest tonight is about to begin her 5th year as a cast member on Saturday Night Live. Let's take a look at her in action as Hillary Clinton.
The old Hillary was dykey and threatening. The new Hillary is motherly and warm. The old Hillary was driven by blind ambition and fueled by rage over her wasted potential and her husband's chronic skank pronging.
Please welcome Anna Gasteyer. You smell really good.
You like my spritz.
Yeah, what is that?
Actually, I've been drinking aloe vera juice for my skin and taking a little potion to help me with some of my emotional problems. And I think that gives me a pungent BO.
All right, way to go. You also, I understand, congratulations are in order. You quit smoking.
I did. I quit smoking.
Well, good for you. That's a good thing. Let's all get behind that.
No, thank you. It's a really horrible thing to do, quitting smoking. It's horrible. You have to feel your feelings all the time.
What, it just makes you an emotional wreck?
It makes you an emotional wreck, a screaming, crying fool, and you have to be in the moment, which totally sucks. Like, let's face it, it's horrible to be in the moment and present and feel your feelings. It's really unpleasant. So basically what I do is I overeat constantly,
right,
and I cry and I accuse my husband of things
that
he didn't do.
So this is a pleasant experience for him.
It's really, really fun for him. He's having a great time, and he's really proud.
Have you been through an emotional crisis like this before in your life, or is this?
Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. It is about the food thing because it's such a bummer. I don't know if you seem like a pretty upstanding person who maybe never smoked or overate.
No, I never smoked.
Okay, that's great. So good for you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you have no.
I have other vices.
Oh, you do?
We won't talk about.
Okay.
Yeah. Bad ones.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask about those. But no, here's what happens: is I'm usually really healthy. I'm kind of a health nut and really present and take good care of myself and exercise and stuff like that.
Right.
But a few times in my life, I have really bad problems with portion control and food selection. And I get really out of control.
Portion control, okay, like give us an example.
Like, okay, I can give you 3 examples.
Okay.
These are the 3 worst times it's ever happened, although recently the entire summer has been bad, portion control-wise.
Okay.
Once in high school, this guy named Mark Lesko called me Anus Pissmeyer in front of the entire class.
That guy's good. How do I reach him? We're always looking for writers.
I know, he called me Anus Pissmeyer, and everyone in the whole school started calling me Anus everywhere I went. And I told all my friends, okay, so I went home, and I obviously felt a little off kilter from this
Sure,
experience.
that would be upsetting to be called Anus.
Anus Pissmeyer. Now it kind of has a ring to it. But I ate an entire, 32 ounces, all we had in my house, 32-ounce bottle of Marie's Green Goddess dressing, which is basically like booger mayonnaise. With, I know, it's gross. It's true.
But that's basically what it is.
With a huge basket of Bunny Love carrots and a box of Triscuits in one sitting.
Right, so you just ate all that in one sitting.
Not a pretty sight.
Right.
Not at all.
Right.
Okay, then one time in college, I had this audition. I was super scared about this audition, so I signed up. And it was for this improv group I really wanted to be a part of. And I got too scared to go. So I went to my friend Anne's place, and she had received from her godmother a wreath of hard candies. It's like a Christmas wreath, but it was all hard candies.
One of those big giant ones, yeah.
Yes, so for, you're familiar? I didn't know that many people knew this. Okay, so for 2 straight hours, I consumed the entire hard candy wreath. Like wrappers and all. Like I literally just went one at a time, spit out the wrapper, and kept talking about, I feel really afraid of the audition. Maybe I'm afraid of being an actress, the entire time. We took pictures of my mouth. It was like this horrible canker sore Technicolor fantasy of
these
bad,
are the worst,
acid trip.
These are the worst images I've ever heard.
No, it was incredibly disturbing. And I actually have a bad relationship with hard candies ever since. I can't stop myself. They're really, really good, like Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that. And then...
Did you just do a plug for Jolly Ranchers so you'd get a free one? Yeah, all right.
I love Jolly Ranchers. I use them every time I write a sketch. Right. That's true. A whole stack of them. And
I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
Did you just do a plug
I love
for Jolly
the Porsche Carrera. I think it's an amazing car. And I will keep saying that. I've said this many times.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing driving machine.
It's no Chevy Beretta. Wink.
Yeah.
Chevy Beretta.
Yeah, you're getting a free Beretta.
Wouldn't that be great?
You're screwed. All right.
What? It's my fantasy dream car.
Yeah, sure.
And then, okay, then the last embarrassing food thing that ever happened to me was I was with my husband on our first date. We walked across the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. It was really romantic. And I don't know what happened, but we went to a hot dog stand, and I lost all composure and all focus. I've never done this before. I've never done it since, but I ordered a jumbo corn dog.
A jumbo corn? I've never had a corn dog.
It is basically a giant vibrator on a stick. It's the most humiliating thing you could possibly order.
Does it really vibrate?
No, he looked at it. He was like, "Do you need batteries for that? Are you gonna eat it?" Or
I bet he was happy. Yeah.
Oh, so mortifying.
Why don't you eat that now? Yeah. All right.
It was horrifying.
He was on cloud 9. Yeah.
It was terrible.
Now, are you working this summer or are you off? Because Saturday Night Live, you know,
We're
we go...
off for the summer, yeah.
You
we're
guys
off
get her off. Yeah.
I've been working on this movie in Boston, which basically means, because this has been the rainiest, as you know, there's been no summer. Just
look at it. It's terrible out.
It's
just
terrible.
raining constantly.
I mean, and this big moon is constantly here.
Yeah.
No, it's always raining. So what I do is I sit around my hotel room and wait for them to call me and wait for the USA Today to come under the door. Because it's the only time you ever read USA Today is when you're in a hotel, but you can't, it's like something that you get really excited about and you read it. So I read it.
Because they have the pie chart, which is like...
It's the best.
Yeah.
And the ink doesn't come off on your fingers.
Right, right.
Now, there's an invention, right? Okay, so you read the whole...
Okay.
So I sit around and I read USA Today and I read the life section.
Right.
And I get jealous of celebrities and their success. And I
hey, no threat here.
Yeah.
That's why you couldn't wait to come here, huh?
And I really, it's like a problem. And there was an article about Gwyneth Paltrow, because she just recorded a bunch of songs for this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
she's
duets,
singing
which
now?
I'm now plugging for her. So yeah, she's singing now, right? And I'm a singer. I'm a trained singer and stuff, but I obviously can't get focused enough to make my own album or like movie about it. So I just sit around and I get jealous of her. And I had to call. I had to have an emergency therapy session because I was jealous of Gwyneth Paltrow. And my therapist, I know it's.
You went to your therapist and said, "I'm panicking because I'm jealous of Gwyneth Paltrow."
Yeah, it's not good. It doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone be jealous of a huge giant movie star? And then I went to the store. I know it doesn't make sense. It's like I got jealous of Madonna for playing Evita when I was a waitress. It's like, why would they call me? Why should I be jealous about that? So anyway, I went shopping and I went to...
You got to start smoking again, real soon. You're having a meltdown.
I'm having a meltdown.
This is terrible.
I'm having a meltdown. A huge meltdown. So I called up. Okay, so I go to this store. I go to the store and I try on all these outfits and this one is kind of low slung, and I said, it looks a little Gwynny, don't you think? And I wasn't even making fun of her. I think she's really glamorous. And the guy, it's like a fancy store, and the guy goes, don't you ever make fun of Gwyneth Paltrow. She is American royalty. And I was ashamed, and I had to leave the store. So that's when I had the emergency therapy session. So I call my therapist, the jealousy, how I can't be like her, and everyone thinks I'm insulting her. I know that. And she turned me on to this really great thing, which is these flower extracts. This is supposed to be for jealousy that is masking deep-seated insecurity. And my friend Siobhan calls it jealousy juice.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't work, does it? I mean, does that really work? You can take
evidently, it gives you BO that some people find attractive.
Oh, okay. So that's what you were talking about.
That's what I was talking about.
Well, it makes you smell nice.
No, it does. It works wonders. It's the best stuff ever.
Right. You're going to be in the vagina monologues.
Yes, which
on
I know
September 5th.
you did all summer, didn't you?
Yeah, I started in the vagina monologues. Yeah. And I was quite good. I'll have you know. I think it's time we sisters did it for ourselves, you know?
Yes, I'm starting that September 5th, and that is for the month of September.
That'll be good. And Saturday Night Live's new season begins on October 7th, so check that out.
Yeah, definitely do. It's my 5th year.
5th year? I know, you're an old timer now.
It's longer than I was in college.
Yeah, good for you. I'm a Gasteyer, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Nice to have you. Orlando Jones coming up. Stick around. We'll be back.